nation. No donation, no salvation.
And remember, respect is everything.
And we're back. I'm sorry I didn't have a video yesterday. The reality is I was very busy the other day because, for those who don't know, I actually am somewhat of a major wrestling fan. And I went to the Royal Rumble yesterday with my brother, as it was a Christmas gift from his girlfriend to us, since she wanted something we could both enjoy. So we went to the Royal Rumble. And yes, it was pretty awesome. It was very intense. And yes, my brother got me a shirt because he's awesome like that. Because he always never skips out on gifts with me. He spoils me to a degree, and I'm just too grateful. Speaking of gifts, he also got me these two Hot Wheels cars. So yes, we are doing a diecast haul today because yesterday was quite a busy day, so I wanted to take it easy and stick to something simple. I will have more LEGO videos and tutorials soon. I have all the parts gathered. I just need to work out all the technical aspects, so please bear with me in these very confusing times. But anyway, let's look at these two cars first, since these are the cars my brother got me, at least these two. The rest I got on my own time, so we'll focus on the Hot Wheels cars first, since these are kind of more important to me at the moment. Alright, first starting off with a big one, a McLaren F1 in bright white. Okay, pretty cool. I like the McLaren F1. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, now that is a nice call. Focus, there we go. God, that white, that like showroom floor white is so pretty. This is probably, I think, my third McLaren now. Because I have the orange one, the silver one, the black one, and then I also have the orange one. Actually, no, that's 4. I think it's mostly every color for this car. I don't know if there was any red ones, though. I don't think so. Next, we got this custom 70 Honda N600, which, okay, that's kind of cool. I like these little pseudo-compact cars. I think I already have one of these, but, I mean, I don't know. I like it. I think it's cool. And if I do, then I can have this one as a duplicate, though I don't think I do. It's kind of cool, though. I like these stubby little compact cars. That's nice. Alright, next, for my more recent collections, we have a custom Ford Maverick. This is probably like a mid-70s Maverick. I'd say early 70s, mostly because it has the smaller bumpers, the more sporty-looking ones, although this has clearly been heavily modified with a wide body and other lovely drift car accessories, because race car. That's a very nice little car there. I like that. Alright, what's next? Let's look at these blind bags real quick. So, I bought 2 of these because I wanted to make sure that these were the correct vehicles that I had was looking for. Because there was only one car out of that entire set when I looked at the back that I was interested in. So, hopefully this is that car. So, let's get our trusty knife. Very nice. And I hit the tripod. Alright, man, this thing is ridiculously sharp. I love it. And it says what I think it is, so... Ah, yes, it is. So, yes, this is the 24/7, which is kind of like a parody of the RX-7, which, alright, cool. The only thing I don't like about the new versions is that they molded the spoiler solid when it should be hollow in the middle. I do have an early version where it has the normal spoiler, but it's whatever. I still like this car. I love the green. Getting a lot of Need for Speed Carbon vibes if you've ever played that game. Alright, and then hopefully this one should be the same thing, because I did want a duplicate, so I could play with one of them, like the man-child that I am. See if this one's any different. Nope, it's more or less the same QC-wise, so... 2 good cars. Obviously one of them is going to go in my backups bin. I'm not going to modify it or anything, I just like having duplicates so I can mess with one of them and have another one for the collection, so that's always neat. Real quickly, oh yeah. My brother also gave me this little badge because I thought it was super cool, and I love old vans like this, so that's neat. 1984 Mustang SVO. Okay. I'm not too familiar with this car, so I'm not 100% sure if all Fox bodies are supposed to look like this, but alright, that's neat. Ooh, it's actually got like molded indentations for the headlights. That's interesting. It's got that weird little window spoiler, which, okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like weird retro stuff like that, even if it is kind of absurd. Alright, cool. I like that one. Also, before we go any further, yes, I am still using... This is my new phone. This is my Samsung Note 9, which, it's a good phone. It's really good, but I wasn't quite impressed with the microphone quality on it, so I'm using my old phone as my main camera, so there's my new phone, and there's Aria Wintermint, because she makes everything better in the world. A 1980 Chevrolet El Camino. Well, that's nice. This is actually kind of one of my favorite eras of this car. I would have preferred a more normal-looking hood, but alright, it's fair enough. At least it's in a good color. Yeah, that's a nice one. I like the standard blue, the two-tone. Those cool-looking mag wheels. I'm not a huge fan of the stance look that they got going on, but it's whatever. I can live with it. The 2023 Nissan Z. So is this car actually going into production now? Okay, cool. God, I love this car, and I love the black rims. Yeah, this is a nice car. I've always liked this new Z car. I'm really into it. I like the kind of retro style of the taillights. Yeah, that's a neat one. Next, we got a Nissan Maxima drift car. No year on it, but, I mean, if you know this car, then you probably know the year. I'm not super educated on JDM cars, so please forgive me. Not too bad. I like the clear hood. I mean, it's cheesy, but it's still kind of cool just to see it in toy form. I love these tri-blade wheels. If they don't give us a Viper with those rims, I am going to lose it. Those are so cool. I love those. Ugh. I should have bought more of these. Although I don't think they had more of them. Yeah, that's super cool. I love those rims. I'm one of the few people that actually likes tri-blade rims, so that's cool. Now, this one's an instant favorite of mine. 1985? Yes, it is an 85 Toyota MR2 with the headlights popped up. Now, that's awesome. I like that. Now, that is a pretty car. I like that. I love pop-up headlights. I don't know why. They just make the car so much more characterful. Now, if we could just get an RX-7 or a 24/7 with pop-up headlights, then I'd be set. I like the nice white, too. It's a very nice little shade of white. 95 Nissan Hardbody D21. Huh. Really reminds me of a Toyota Hilux, but, I mean, I guess that's not too far off. Alright, cool. At least the front does. Alright. What do we got going on here? That's a cool little truck. Yeah, that's neat. I like that. This last one is very special to me because it's a car brand that I actually own in real life because, yes, the AMC Eagle. That is peak AMC. It doesn't get better than this. And I own an actual AMC vehicle. It's not an Eagle, it's an AMC Matador, but hey, I love old school AMC cars. These things are ridiculously, like, they're just so of their time, and I love them. Oh, God, no way, God, that is just too nice. I love the AMC Eagle. It's just so... It's an SUV, but they still had the audacity to put wood trim on it. That is just hilarious. I love this thing. This is the best car of the bunch so far. Alright, now that we've looked at those, let's look at some of these other cars back here. We're going to breeze through one of them real quickly. I already have this car, and I didn't realize it, and I ended up buying a second one, but it's whatever. I'll think of something to do with this. So yes, 1973 Grand Am. So yeah, I already have the same car in the same color, but when you have so many of these things, it's hard to remember. So it is what it is, but I'll figure out something to do with this car. I mean, it's still a nice car. I already have one, so maybe I'll use the wheels for something. I don't know. It's nice though. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Have one as a duplicate or a crash car to just mess around and crash into the AMC Eagle and do a barrel roll like in all those old car chase movies because logic and physics never mattered. We got here a 1963 Ford Galaxy 500. Now, I actually really like this car. Probably one of my favorite eras of the Ford Galaxy. And if it was a sedan, forget about it. I was into it. I love old school massive four doors because they're so over the top. That is such a nice car. I love the front end. I like the taillights too. Everything about this car is just cool. Oh, it's even got the hubcaps. The only way this could be better if it was the four door, but I mean, that's just because I like old cars in general. The hood does open, but it doesn't open very far. This next one I'm very partial to is the, what year is this? 1991. Oh, so it's a 91. 1991 Chevy Camaro Z28 1LE. Okay, that's interesting. So yes, I think 1992 was the last year of this particular body style. I'm not 100% sure, because 93 is when they went to the Catfish Camaro. But yeah, I love these old school IROC Camaros. They're so nice. I like that they got the actual, like, correct rims on it. And I actually really like that little silly spoiler they got on it. Because you see those a lot. I mean, they look ridiculous, but I like them. Probably my favorite aspect of this car is the huge bubble window in the back and the front end. Like, that is just, like, so 80s, and I love it. God, all I need now is a mullet and, like, a bunch of Duran Duran cassettes, and we're all set. We're not done yet. We still got some Micro Machines to look at, but it's only 4 of them, so I guess we'll breeze through them real quickly. Okay, sorry for that sudden jump cut. I didn't want to have to go through the trouble of opening that packaging on camera. So, yeah, we got some Micro Machines. So we have this weird translucent Bumblebee. I like the clear yellow. I don't know why. It's so different, but it's better than the obnoxious normal yellow they always use. Alright, so here's Crosshairs, who is some kind of C7 Corvette. I wish they would have painted the taillights, but alright, that's fine. Again, I mostly bought these just because I like Micro Machines and I like sports cars. So here's Lockdown, which I don't agree with this personally. I think Lockdown should have stayed a muscle car because that makes more sense to me for a bounty hunter. Alright, neat little car. And then we have Drift. I think it was Age of Extinction, which, I'll be honest, I love the Bugatti Veyron, so that's the only reason I got this. I mean, if you ignore the Autobot symbol, I mean, this is basically just a generic Bugatti Veyron. Okay, next, we're going to look at this really old 711 Pontiac 66 GTO model car that my father found, apparently, in some kind of, I think it was like a thrift store, but it's pretty cool. I may actually just keep it in the box because it's easier to just store it that way, but I am going to open it and take a look at it, but has this thing ever been opened? Okay, I got it open. I just had to take a knife and gently nudge it without damaging the packaging because this car doesn't seem to be in any scale that I normally collect. Actually, what brand is this? I think it's New Ray? This is a New Ray car. Okay, so those are kind of old. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, they're just little twisty things. Okay, so I don't even need to... Alright, cool. And then you just twist them like that. Alright. Okay, so I can actually reuse that packaging. Oh, well, there's all that. Alright, cool, cool. I need to make sure I keep all of it, because I might want to put it back in the box, just because the box is kind of cool. I mean, it's just 7-Eleven, but, I mean, it's part of the car, so I figured I'd hold on to it. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, man, that is quite a nice little piece. Now, I love the mid-60s GTO. And you know what's funny? You'll never, if you're not familiar with Pontiac or the DeLorean Motor Company, this car was actually, I think, originally designed by John DeLorean before he branched off and made his own car company and essentially threw his life down the toilet. It's a nice car, though. I love it. Ah, the taillights aren't painted. That's kind of cheesy. I guess it's supposed to be like a race car, so it doesn't have functional lights. And it has a functional pullback motor. Okay. I mean, this car is very detailed, and I wouldn't want to bang it up, so I probably won't make use of that. I'm going to go ahead and leave those the way they are. Actually, nah, screw it. I've already cut the seller tape, so there's no point. Might as well enjoy all of its features. That's a nice car. I like that. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in the packaging, though. That's the only thing I'm a little torn on. I might. I'm thinking about it. And I normally don't do that, but when you collect big cars like this, it's kind of hard to do so. So we'll definitely be putting this one back in the packaging. Yeah, because I don't really have any cars that would scale with this well, so it wouldn't be easy to display with the rest of my collection. So, not to mention, most of my cars in this size are 136, so even then, it would just look really out of place because of how huge it is. And before we go, we'll look at one last thing that I bought. Yeah. Little Back to the Future DeLorean. Pretty neat. I think you can actually take Doc off of it, but I'm going to leave him on there just because this is just kind of more of a desk item, and I don't know. I thought it was neat, so I bought one. It's in good condition, too. The back isn't completely yellowed either, so that's really nice, because most of the time you find them, like, the whole thing is just yellowed out, but I think it's one of those ones with those little super motors. Yeah! Alright, I'm done being silly. You all have a good one, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!